Hi. Some students ask, how do you arrange your time for yoga practice and pranayama?
So first, my pranayama practice became more important than my asana practice. It's actually much more powerful, and for the mind it's much better. So I place more importance on that. So generally what I'm doing, I get up in the morning, whether it's early or late, and now I'm not teaching anymore. Maybe it's better I tell you what I used to do when I was teaching. It sounds more disciplined. But when I was teaching, I would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and first thing always was a cup of coffee. And then I would go into the shala, wherever I drove to the shala or I was at the shala. And I would first start by sitting and doing pranayama. So that was the first thing I did. And then after that, which was generally taking an hour and a half to 2 hours of pranayama, then I would do my asana practice, which was like an hour and a half. Different when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to spend more time on doing yoga asana and less time on pranayama, or I wasn't even doing pranayama. But once I developed the pranayama practice, which is actually coming from Shailendra Sharma, Kriya Yoga from Shailendra Sharma, which was ultimately coming from Babaji. It's a very good lineage. So there's a very strong practice of pranayama and meditation combined. And so that became much more important. And so that's number one. If I don't have time to do both, I don't do asana. So
Which was the pranayama?
I just make sure I do pranayama. But when I was younger, it was always asana, and I wouldn't miss, never miss. It's like, gotta do yoga. And which was really the wrong attitude. It was a good attitude, but not to that intensity where everything had to do was yoga, and it was there. But I could have been a little less, I wouldn't say disciplined, but a little less dogmatic or fanatic about it. It's really what we're doing the asana practice for. We have to understand this. Is to first become physically strong. So we need, if we're going to do pranayama won't happen if we don't have a strong body. So you must develop a strong body. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do yoga. You could do Tai Chi, you could lift weights. The beauty about yoga and Tai Chi, but the Ashtanga Yoga is a bit stronger than Tai Chi, so it develops the strength a bit more quickly. But the most important about it is the way it aligns the body and allows Chi to flow. So we're looking at the alignment of Chi and connective tissue, opening up the channels of energy, and developing also, as we talked about before, a conscious, I would say spiritual awareness. So we start to think spiritually about the universe, about us, and how we fit in, and how our bodies are part of the universe, or a microcosm of the macrocosm of the universe. So we start to look at those disciplines, and they're there in the yoga practice, but compared to pranayama, it's so low. Pranayama is like doing primary series and then jumping to 6 series. So you do asana, then jump 6 series doing pranayama. It's that much more powerful. So developing body and mind and spirituality. So I do that. I make sure I do pranayama. So that's usually done in the morning, and also there's a possibility of doing pranayama at night. Maybe a softer version of pranayama at night than I do in the morning. Yeah, that's simple. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.